Now this is a podcast all about Bears. You either cheering for this team or just pulling your hair. I like to take a minute, just sit right back and tell you how I became the #1 Bears fan.
That boy is Benny Hunter.
Cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic. People, this the intro. Sacramento, California, born and raised. And Antelope is where I spend most of my days. Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Before I go any further with today's episode, I just want to let you know that this episode of Keek on the Mic is brought to you by BUSR. So, Bears fans, the NFL season is officially upon us, and this season, I'll be placing my bets with BUSR. When you sign up with BUSR, you'll receive 100% plus 25 casino chip sign-up bonus. So, Bears fans, along with that amazing benefit, any new user that uses the link that I will put down in the description of this video will receive a bonus that matches their deposit up to $1,000. That basically means that you'll be able to bet on Bears football all day long. And you already know that I'm going to do the exact same thing. Lastly, the best part about BUSR is that they have many additional features that include prop bets and prop builders, cryptocurrency rewards, over 300 casino games, and much, much more. So Bears fans, hit the link in the description of this video and start betting with BUSR today. So Bears fans, wow. It came down to the final seconds, but the Bears escaped with a victory over the Houston Texans 23-20. And there's so many things to go over in this football game. Yes, the Bears got the W to go to 2-1, but Justin Fields looked absolutely awful today. And I just want to start off with talking about Justin Fields a little bit. He went 8 for 17, 106 yards, and 2 interceptions. And those 2 interceptions were just oversells, forcing it into cover 2 to Darnell Mooney. And he just looked off the entire day. Never got much into a rhythm the entire day for this NFL game against the Houston Texans. And he looked absolutely awful. And I'll be the first one to come on and say that. A lot of things need to be corrected. Obviously, the offensive line had some shaky moments, but for the most part, they gave him some opportunities to make some plays, gave him enough time on multiple occasions, and Justin Fields was just overselling. The first interception, it was an oversell to a wide-open Cole Kmet down the middle, intercepted by Jalen Petre of the Houston Texans. Petre got both the interceptions of Justin Fields today, but just a lot of forced throws, and then just a lot of miscues with receivers. There's just not connection right now between Justin Fields and his receivers. And yes, there's not a lot around him, but I was sure that this would be the game that Justin Fields would right the ship, right? Going against the 27th ranked pass defense of the Houston Texans, I thought that this would be a good day for Justin Fields to have a bounce back game. But once again, that did not happen. And he made some costly mistakes. And thanks to the Chicago Bears rushing attack, that's the reason why we escaped today with a narrow victory over the Houston Texans. Speaking of the running attack, obviously, David Montgomery went out early in the game with a knee and ankle injury. We don't have any news or any updates on him as of right now. Obviously, Byron Pringle also went out early in this game with a calf injury. So hopefully I'll be able to update you guys on the YouTube community page here soon in terms of how severe those injuries are for Pringle and David Montgomery. But Khalil Herbert came in, once again, we saw this a little bit last year, came in for injured David Montgomery and absolutely saved the Chicago Bears ass today. He had 20 carries for 157 yards and 2 touchdowns. If you guys are big fantasy people, you need to go in right now and make sure you get Khalil Herbert, because this guy was absolutely incredible. And like I told you guys earlier before the season started, I've always had a feeling that, yes, David Montgomery is the better running back. And hopefully it's not too severe of an injury, because I definitely want to see David Montgomery back out there, because he definitely helps this Chicago Bears offense. But I do feel that Khalil Herbert may be the better fit for this Chicago Bears offense. And once again, he proved it today. Obviously, Houston Texans rushing defense is just as worse as their passing defense, and we took advantage of Houston in terms of running the football. So a very good day from Khalil Herbert. Just going off some other stats here, Cole Kmet had 2 catches for 40 yards, kind of got him involved a little bit. Darnell Mooney had 2 catches for 23 yards. Once again, we need to get these guys more involved. Obviously, if these guys are not involved, I truly feel that Justin Fields will continue to struggle. So we have to get Cole Kmet and Darnell Mooney more involved. And then I got to give a huge shout out to the Chicago Bears defense. Obviously, Kyler Gordon, Kendall Vildor, they had rough days. They made a couple plays here and there, but overall, Kyler Gordon especially had another rough day. So we need to get that thing figured out. Obviously, it doesn't help when Jalen Johnson's out, and then they can pick on both sides, right? Obviously, when Jalen Johnson's in, no one's messing with Jalen Johnson right now. But obviously, Davis Mills and the Houston Texans passing attack took advantage of Jalen Johnson being out, and obviously Kendall Vildor and Kyler Gordon both had rough days. But I want to give huge shout outs to obviously Roquan Smith, right? Obviously, after last week's performance against the Green Bay Packers, there's a lot of people talking about Roquan Smith. He came out and played today, played his ass off, had 16 tackles and a crucial game-sealing interception of Davis Mills that led to the Cairo Santos game-winning field goal that helped us beat the Houston Texans 23-20. And then Eddie Jackson had another really good day. Had an interception in the end zone early in the game off a Kendall Vildor tip pass, right? And then he secured the interception. So another big day from both Roquan Smith and Eddie Jackson. So that is really good to see. And overall, the defense made plays when they needed to, but we have to get the corner situation figured out, especially outside of Jalen Johnson. We have to get that number 2 cornerback position accounted for. Obviously, we're hoping Kyler Gordon can continue to improve, but as of right now, Kyler Gordon is not looking too hot. So those are obviously one of the areas of concern. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. It wasn't pretty. Justin Fields needs to improve. Kyler Gordon needs to improve. There's a lot of things that the Chicago Bears need to work on. But now our sights are set. We move on. We learn from our mistakes. And we try to go into New York and beat a New York Giants team that is currently 2-0. Obviously, they play Monday night, so we'll see if they are 3-0 or 2-1. But that should be another tough test for this Chicago Bears football team. But the Chicago Bears, once again, beat the Houston Texans 23-20. And we move on and we take on the New York Giants next Sunday in New York. Before I let you guys go, in one word, how do you guys feel about the Chicago Bears performance today? Let me know down below in the comment section. Before I let you guys go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. And make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. Better than that, we'll be back for an all-new Bears podcast right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
Riding with country bear. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.